7 hard truths every immigrant must hear to succeed here in United States. Guys, welcome back on my YouTube channel. Subscribe and hit the notification button. Let's start. I have a bunch of them on my list right now, and we're going to start with the first one. Stop waiting for help. Stop waiting for help. Nobody's going to save you. When I came here, I remember, I think it was like 2018 or something. I thought everything was well structured. Everything was ready for me. Everything was well planned for me to actually just come and thrive. You know what I'm saying? Like to just come and succeed. You know what I'm saying? But then when I found out the hard way that it was not the case, I thought somebody else will actually come true for me. You know what I'm saying? And I actually counted on a lot of people. I really thought they were going to help me. They were going to do something for me. But, you know, it wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understood that I was just by myself, that I had to actually find the key by myself. Nobody was going to come and open doors for me. You know, I had to actually find the key. So you got to understand that right now, nobody is going to come to save you. Ain't no Jesus coming, ain't none of that coming, bro. You got to actually put in the work right now. The faster you know about this, the faster you start putting in work yourself in order for you to actually look for those keys. Those keys that are going to help you open, you know, whatever doors you're trying to open right now. So, bro, or my sister, just know that nobody's going to help you. Nobody's coming to save you. You got to put in work yourself. You got to find ways for you to actually succeed here. You might, you know, most of the time, you can learn from people. You know, you can actually, just by watching people, watching how they act, how they move, you can learn from that. You know what I'm saying? That's one way. And also, when you get a chance to actually change your environment, because most of the time, what I say is that you're going to be the result of the 5 people you hang around with. You know what I'm saying? When we come here most of the time, it's always not easy for us to find ourselves in a good environment. So if you don't think you're in a good environment right now because people are not like hustling, they're not really putting in work like that, or they're doing some weird things, you know what I'm saying? You know, because I always say that in this country, you should do everything that you can to actually find the right ways. You know what I'm saying? Don't actually try to like look for the back door. You know what I'm saying? Like you can come in from the front door. So don't try to do anything weird or anything like that. And if people around you are doing those type of stuff, you should just find a way to leave that environment. But just know that you are the main character of your life when you come here, and nobody's going to save you. Nobody's coming to help you. Along the way, when you're doing what you're supposed to do, along the way, you'll find some good people, you know, that maybe can actually give you something, give you a good advice or anything like that that will actually help you move toward your goal. You know what I'm saying? Your goal or anything like that. But don't think like that. Just think about putting in work. What can you do today to actually move forward? You see what I'm saying? What can you do today to help yourself? Don't just think like somebody's gonna like come through and help me or anything like that. Nah. Do what you can today, and maybe along the way, someone will. And if not, look for money, you know what I'm saying? And then pay for mentorships. Pay for, you know, I don't know, whatever you got to pay for. But this is, you know, capitalism, you already know. So if you need something, you need some information. You need to get closer to somebody. You need to learn this. You need to learn that. Also be ready to pay. You know what I'm saying? You got to build up that mentality right now. It's really going to save you. It's really going to help you a lot in this country. Let's move to the next one, guys. Accept the language barrier. Accept the language barrier, but don't hide behind it. You see what I'm saying? And this channel, you already know, mainly for my people, my French speakers coming from Africa, immigrants, right? So I'm doing this for you guys. I have another channel where I only speak French so I believe a lot of people who are going to watch this video do speak French as well, right? So French is my first language. When I came here in the United States, didn't know how to speak English. Only knew how to speak French. That was my only language, and it's actually my first language. It took me, you know, I've been here for like 6 years or something like that. And it took me like 3 to 4 years to actually get myself familiar with the language, you know what I'm saying? But I never really thought I never really thought like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to speak English or something like that. I was just confident. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's not easy, but you can't just hide behind that barrier. You know what I'm saying? Accept the fact that the language is gonna be like a big challenge for you, but you gotta embrace that. You gotta find ways to actually better yourself every day. Just find ways for you to better yourself every day. Speak more, have more conversations. Don't hide. Because a lot of people they're gonna use that as an excuse, like, oh, I can't really speak English. I don't speak English very well. I heard them say that a lot. Like, I can't speak English very well. But you gotta understand, even American people, they make mistake in English. They fumble, they stutter. You see what I'm saying? It's not just about me, it's not just about you. So don't hide behind that. Confidence beats grammar all the time. I keep saying that in my videos. This is very important because people here, they respect confidence. You got to be confident. Don't hide behind the language barrier and keep learning every day. Keep practicing. Do something about it. Don't just be like, oh no, the language, oh, English. You ain't got no choice. You're here already. Unless you want to go back. You want to go back? I mean, that's up to you. But I don't think you want to go back. So you might as well embrace that. You got to embrace that. But this is also going to bring something to your brain, your story. That accent that you have, the way you speak, the way you stutter sometimes, the little mistakes and all that, is going to be part of your brain. Like right now, people are going to follow me because they're going to feel like, oh, I was just like him, or I'm like him right now. I'm going through the same journey. So I feel what he's saying. You got to embrace that. Having a brand is not about being perfect. It's about being real about who you are. So, because when you have a brand, you're not trying to like send out your message to everybody. You see what I'm saying? You got to have a target. And that target is supposed to understand your story. And even if you look dumb today, it's not really that important. You see what I'm saying? As long as you're actually moving toward your goals, that's the most important part. Don't let nobody make you feel like, you ain't shit. Don't let nobody make you feel like you can't do anything because of the language or anything like that. You see what I'm saying? Hey, believe me, it's possible. And if I was able to do it, you can too. You know what I'm saying? So I count on you on that. All right. The third thing, stop flexing, start building. You gotta stop flexing, but start building. A lot of us, when we come here, we thinking about like getting a big car, you know what I'm saying, getting a nice apartment, or even buy a house or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? We want that cozy and comfortable life as fast as we can. You know what I'm saying? We think that's the American dream. Like, American dream is about coming here, maybe you got some people who actually try their best and at least get, they get like a good job. They get a good job and then, they get like they get a house or they get like, and maybe one or two cars. Yeah, that's cool, But you also got some people, they come here, they get themselves or like, they find a way to get like 3 jobs and then they want to get that cozy apartment, that house, that car. And they think that's actually the American dream. That is not the American dream. How can you actually enjoy that car, enjoy that apartment if you don't even have time to actually be in there? You don't even have time to spend, in that apartment. You don't even have time to enjoy your car per se because you out there working. You gotta pay, off all your credits, all your debts. You see what I'm saying? You got to make sure you pay everything at the end of the month. So you don't have time to enjoy that. And you think that is the American dream? And you want to flex about it. You want to flex, oh, I just bought this, I just bought that. You want to snap, you know what I mean? Like, showing it to people and everything. But at the same time, deep down in yourself, right, that you're not enjoying it. You don't really have time to enjoy it. Or some people, maybe they have like 5 hours on the weekends, You know what I'm saying? They have their girlfriend, and throughout the week they have 5 hours to enjoy, you know, the car, the apartment, and and everything. So only 5 hours a week, and then that's it. Going back at it. You know what I'm saying? You got to put in work. You got to work those 3 jobs, in order for you to pay everything at the end of the month. So this is another form of slavery. Yeah, let me tell you the truth. This is another form of slavery. You're not enjoying anything. You think you're enjoying, but that's just like, I don't know how to explain that, but it's just enough dopamine in your brain for you to think that everything's okay. And you know that everything is not okay. So, guys, let's just stop doing that. Let's change everything. Let's do it right. From now on, if we have the right informations, we will know how to actually start our journey. A lot of people, they start the journey by the end of the journey. You start your journey like you're supposed to have certain things at the end, like not even at the end of your journey, but at a certain point of your journey. But now you decide to have those things now. It's just gonna fuck everything up. So you gotta understand, I don't have assets right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't have assets. So when we say stop flexing, start building, we're talking about assets, creating assets. When we talk about assets, we're talking about things that can actually generate you money while you're sleeping. So do you have things like that? Do you have systems in place that can actually generate you money while you're sleeping? I don't think so. Because if you don't go out and work, you won't be able to pay the rent at the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? Assets help you get that freedom. You know what I'm saying? And then when you have that freedom, you can build more assets and you can enjoy the American dream. For me, I believe that's the only way for you to enjoy the American dream, because this is a trap. This whole thing, the system and everything, is a trap. But it's not a trap that will actually like come into your house and take you for you to be in that trap. You see what I'm saying? You're going to get in that trap just because maybe you don't have the right information, maybe because you don't have the right mindset, maybe because you're just trying to show off, but you're going to get in that trap yourself. It's just like when you actually try to like maybe get the mouse in the trap, you just have to put the cheese, you know what I'm saying? Then it's just going to come, right? So you yourself, you're going to actually get yourself in that trap. And maybe if you would have known someone like me, you could have escaped something like that. You see what I'm saying? But it's never too late, right? It's never too late. But I would say that we have to stop flexing. We have to stop like starting our journey by the middle or by the end of it. You know what I'm saying? So let's start the journey normally and let's get there. You see what I'm saying? And some people will feel frustrated because they see their friends having, that nice car, nice apartment, and they feel like, man, I should have that too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm behind. But if you know what you're doing, if you know that, hey, I have to build assets, maybe sleeping in a room, get myself just like a bedroom or something like that, having just like a small car, but I will actually get the money that, my job gives me, and maybe start saving the money, but then I will invest it in something, in a skill. I will invest it in myself. I will invest it to actually know how to create assets. But a lot of people, they don't even know the meaning of assets. Let's just start with that. And that's just terrible. But I don't blame you. Nobody taught you. But just know that you got to find a way to start building and stop flexing. Let's just move to the fourth one. Consistency beats talent. Consistency beats talent. Always, anytime. So guys, I see a lot of people, they're afraid to start. They always like, they think, oh, I want to start this, but I'm not ready. I want to start this, but I'm not ready. And some people, they would just like wake up one day and do a lot of things. Like, maybe actually work on that website, maybe, work on that product that they want to sell, anything like that. But then they will stop. They will just stop because that was maybe because of something happened in their life, and they felt like I should actually get that business started. But then when that dopamine, that thing, that emotion that helped them start, when it's gonna like vanish, they're gonna come back to their senses and they're gonna be like, why am I doing this for again? Let me just call my girlfriend, let me just call my girlfriend and we're just gonna like hang out and and then they're gonna forget about it, right? Some people also feel frustrated because when they start something, it doesn't work like right away. Of course, it's not gonna work right away. I mean, everybody guys own luck, maybe you have that type of luck. But let's just talk about the majority, or let's just talk about in general. In general, it's not gonna work right away. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be consistent with it. Most of the time you don't have clarity, and you don't know where am I going? Why am I doing this for? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really know. You have a lot of questions in your head, but you should just keep going. You should just keep doing it. You should just keep pushing. You see what I'm saying? Consistency all the time. Like little things that you can actually do every day or once a week will definitely help you on a long run than just that thing that you wake up one day, you do it just once, and then you do it next month, and then you do it after 2 months, after 3 months. No. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you have a certain frequency. If you post once a day, and make sure, even if you don't feel like posting, just do it. If you do this like once a week, make sure, even if you don't feel like doing, just do it. Consistency beats talent. I know people, they are they're more talented than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have some friends, I know every time that I actually show them what I do, or they get a chance to see what I do, they always have something to say. And that thing that they tell me always help me a lot. But I feel like they can actually do it also themselves, but they just don't have the same vision. And I feel like, maybe they are more talented than me on certain things, but they don't really use it, because maybe they think it's just gonna happen overnight, or maybe they are not very driven or anything like that. But you just gotta know consistency. Consistency, talent. Consistency, talent. Consistency, talent. The fifth one, use your immigrant advantage. Okay. You got two different cultures, so everything that you do, think about how you can actually mix both of them. Like I was telling you at the beginning, right? When I was telling you about the language barrier, sorry, that accent is going to be part of your brain. So everything that you do, try to actually make it unique because of your mix of cultures. Make it unique because you're coming from somewhere. So that little touch, that little flavor that you're going to actually put in everything that you do, it's gotta be able to help you, because you have two cultures, right? You need to adapt here, but you're coming from somewhere. Don't avoid that, right? Don't be like, no, I'm here now, I gotta forget about my culture or anything like that, because people think it's not cool, my culture is not cool or anything like that. You always gotta actually use, take the best of both worlds to actually create yours, to actually put it on into your brain, to actually create the product that you want to create. Think about it. Think, like, for me per se, I remember the time when I really wanted to make videos for American people, because I wanted to be cool. I didn't even want to mind about African people. You know what I'm saying? And also because most of the time they don't really show love. African people, they don't really show love. And I'm not trying to diminish them or anything like that, but I just feel like, I don't know. At the time, I just felt like, oh, these people, they don't see my worth. So I just don't want to keep making videos for them like that. You know what I'm saying? I want to actually touch the American public or anything like that, or American audience. But then I was just thinking to myself, and I was just like, nah, the story that I have to share with my people, the story that this is very important, so I have to talk to them, because even if they don't show love, I believe we may just, doing what I have to do, everything will just align. So it's not about being cool. It's not about thinking, no, I'm just going to be American now. It's about, take both cultures and actually get the best of both of them, and see exactly how you can actually use both of them to create something. The sixth point. So cut distractions, love drama, fake friends, and anything like that. You have to cut distractions. And this is very important. When you come to United States, you will definitely see that you don't have time. You don't really have time because even if you don't work 2 3 jobs, like I don't work 2 3 jobs, but even like that, I'm still very busy because I have different businesses. You see what I'm saying? So either way, you're gonna be busy. But I'm trying to buy back my time right now. So I would like to travel. I would like to do a lot of things because for me, freedom is more important than anything. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather get like maybe just say 10K a month and be like free than having like maybe 100K or 1 million a month and have to like work every day and actually, have boss, have, like, nah, I'd rather have my freedom. So I'm working a lot right now because I want to buy back my time, even though I know when the money, when big money is going to come in, there's still gonna be work to do. But I'm finding ways to actually like buy back my time as much as I can. So, but guys, this is a sacrifice that you have to make right now. You know what I'm saying? So, if you have a girlfriend, like maybe even if she loves you or anything like that, and she always want to talk to you, she always want to be on the phone, she always want to, and then you also have fake friends, or they have 3 jobs and anything like that, and after the job they want to come and have a beer with you, they don't really care about if you have a project, if you have to work on this, if you have to work on that. You're trying to like build your assets, you're trying to like do something, interesting, but they don't have that mentality. After working 3 jobs, they want to have a little bit of fun. That's it. So they come and they just want to hang out with you. They want to drink something. They want to go out and talk to the girls. You know what I'm saying? And because they are your friends, you don't want to feel like, no, I don't want to be part of this. I'm better than you. You don't want to make them feel that way. So you just want to fit in. You just want to keep flowing, vibing with them. So you're gonna leave everything that you were doing and always go out and always so all those stuff are gonna definitely slow you down. So you got to think about it. Be smart. Think about it. It's not always easy to say no, but you got to learn how to say no to the toxic girlfriend or the girl, who doesn't respect the fact that you're actually building up your assets right now. Who doesn't want to respect the fact that you're building an empire, or the fake friend. I mean, it might also just be your friend, but it doesn't have the same vision as you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to actually get yourself removed from those type of situation. You know what I'm saying? So just because it's gonna consume you a lot of time, a whole lot of time, and it's not gonna benefit you in the long run because you have to make a lot of sacrifices right now in order for you to be more free tomorrow. And when I say tomorrow, it's not about in 10 years, it's not about because you can actually find the key is to build up a business and scale it in like maybe 2 3 4 5 years if you are very focused. But then if you get distracted all the time, it's going to be harder for you. You know what I'm saying? So think about it. This is a very, very big trap. Okay. So but you have to pay the price because you have to be lonely. You have to be lonely. When you say no to that friend, it's not going to always come to you when you always say no. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, it's just going to cut you off. You're going to stay alone. That girlfriend who always wants your time, your attention, when you're going to say no, when you're going to act like this is more important than you, she's going to cut you off. She's going to be like, nah, this can't work. So you got to pay the price. You always got to pay the price. Nothing in this life comes just free. You always got to be ready to pay the price. And sometimes the price, in this case, is to be lonely. Very, very lonely. Think big, act now. 7th one, think big, act now. A lot of immigrants, they don't think big, right? For them, they come with the dream in their mind, like American dream. When they come here, they find out about a lot of things, like they have to get 2 3 jobs to keep up with the Joneses or anything like that. They have to pay the rent, and they find themselves in that trap, well designed, and most of the time they don't think about their dreams anymore. They don't think big anymore because now they're just thinking about how am I going to pay my rent at the end of this month? How am I going to be able to, pay my insurance, pay my car note, pay this and that. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you just have that in your head and the little free time that you have, you're just thinking about enjoying yourself. You're not thinking about building any assets. You're thinking about going maybe, spending some quality time with your girlfriend, or maybe going to the restaurant, or maybe going drink a beer with your friends. and then you go back at it, you know, same thing and same thing and same thing and same thing. Of course, you're not gonna think big anymore. You're just gonna think about surviving, you know. And it's very sad. It's very sad. It's very sad, guys. And we know that it doesn't happen to just one of us. Almost, almost all of us, we going through that. We went through that. We know, what it is, and you just have to break the cycle. You know what I'm saying? You have to say no. I don't want that for me. That's what I did. And in a very nonchalant way, because I didn't even know like what was going on when I decided to actually start my own things, building up my assets and things like that. So guys, we're coming to the end of this video. I'm not gonna edit. I'm gonna give everything raw as it is. I'm not gonna do any editing on this video. And I just want to inspire you, just to let you know that you ain't gotta be perfect. Your English ain't gotta be perfect. Your hairstyle ain't gotta be perfect. You just gotta move. You just gotta start. You just gotta go step by step. One thing at a time. You gotta do something. Alright? Alright guys. So if you love this video, subscribe, hit the notification button. I'm gonna be uploading every Friday. Yeah, every Friday. If you wanna start building your digital assets, if you wanna stop being in the slavery system, you want to break, you want to break out of it, and you actually want to build up your assets. You want to buy back your time. You want to take the power back. Make sure you click the link in the bio. I believe we're going to put a link there, or just a WhatsApp number or whatever. If you want to, contact us, you'll be able to. And that's it for today. I'll just see you next Friday. All right.